Hi everyone, my name is Sam and I study in Accounting and Management Technology at Cégep Garneau. Today, I'm going to talk to you about money. In fact, today's video is about financial analysis. For this video, I chose the well-known streaming platform Netflix. Let's get into it. Netflix is an American company founded in 1997. Its head office is located in Los Gatos, California, in the United States. Finally, Netflix can be described as a media services provider or a streaming platform, which means you can watch TV shows, movies, or even documentaries on it. Now, let's talk about financial analysis. In today's video, I'm going to cover three main points, which are the income statement, the balance sheet, and the profitability. In order to analyze the income statement and the balance sheet, I'm going to use the horizontal analysis, which means I'm going to look at the change of amounts over the past years. First of all, here is the income statement of Netflix in 2018 and 2019. In this video, I'm going to focus on three main accounts, which are the revenues, the cost of revenues, and the net income. As you can see, the revenues have increased by 28% from 2018 to 2019. The cost of revenues have increased by 25% from 2018 to 2019, and the net income have increased by 54% from 2018 to 2019. For a company, seeing its revenues increasing by 28% in 1 year could be a very good news. But when your net income increases by 54% in this 1 year, it's even a better news. According to its income statement, Netflix is going pretty well. Now, let's look at some graphs. In fact, these two graphs are showing the evolution of the revenue, the cost of revenue, and the net income from 2018 to 2019. But let's focus on the right graph. As we can see, the net income increased a lot more than the revenue and the cost of revenue, and this is a very good news for the company. Now, let's talk about the balance sheet. Here is the balance sheet of Netflix for years 2018 and 2019. To analyze the balance sheet, I'm going to focus on three main points, which are the assets, the liabilities, and the equity. From 2018 to 2019, we can see the total assets have increased by 31%. The total liabilities have increased by 27%, and the total shareholders' equity have increased by 45%. As we know, assets equal liabilities plus equity. In this situation, liabilities were 80% of the assets in 2018, and in 2019, they decreased to 77%. This means that the equity is getting more and more important on the assets. This is a very good news for Netflix. Now, let's look at some graph. With the right graph, we can see that the equity is growing a lot more than the liabilities from 2018 to 2019. And as I said before, this is a very good news for Netflix. Finally, let's talk about profitability. To analyze the profitability of Netflix, I'm going to use the profit margin ratio. I'm going to compare Netflix to the industry. Profit margin measures how much of every dollar of sales a company keeps in earnings. As we can see here, the profit margin of Netflix was 7.67% in 2018, and it increased to 9.26% in 2019. For the industry, the profit margin passed from 15.79% in 2018 to 11.61% in 2019. To analyze this ratio over the time, let's look at this graph. From 2018 to 2019, we see that the profit margin of Netflix increased, when the profit margin of the industry decreased. Of course, the profit margin of Netflix is not as good as the profit margin of the industry, but at least it's getting better. In fact, if it keeps going like this, the profit margin of Netflix is going to overtake and exceed the one of the industry, which is a very good news for the company. To conclude, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I really hope you learned a little bit more about the financial analysis and Netflix too. Now, considering the positive progress of the income statement, the balance sheet, and the profitability of the company, I think that Netflix is a pretty healthy company. Thank you for watching, guys. It was Sam. Over.